This will be a lot fucking easier when we're in the same room.
Yeah.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah.
Was that you just cracking open a beer?
Maybe.
And taking a drink.
Yep.
That was weak.
Well, that's a good start to the second non-intern show, I guess. I'm Jim Smith.
I'm Dave the Fluffer.
And I'm California Girl.
He was delayed because he was swallowing, I'm guessing.
So Motley, big epic fail.
He blew us off.
He blew us off. Oh, wait.
Whoa.
Nope.
Whoa.
Now I'm being butt dialed by Guy Dark.
Oh, never
Hold on,
mind.
hold on.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it on the phone. Yeah. Hello? Guy Dark. I think you butt dialed Nicole this time around.
Oh, I know you did.
Guy Dark. Hello?
That's funny.
He butt dialed me not even 10 minutes ago. Yeah.
He should probably take his phone out of his
Guy
back
Dark
pocket.
doesn't miss you guys, but his ass does.
That's
it.
right.
Exactly.
what you guys are saying?
Yes, that's what we're saying.
Apparently. So, okay, I'm going to hang up.
So did you get out and do anything here this weekend? I mean, so far, yesterday or today?
Yesterday we did a big
Barbecue.
Oh, okay.
we had our neighbors over who seriously have listened to us since we were at the old radio station.
Oh,
Wow.
They
nice.
listen to the podcast now, so you got to say hi to Lee, Nick, and Jacob.
Hey, Lee, Nick, and Jacob.
Yeah, we had
Hello.
a barbecue.
Did everything outside, did this whole social distancing.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like today we went to the state hospital. Ash and I took the kids, went for a walk, took the dog for a walk.
Nice.
Man, the state hospital trails are packed.
Oh, I
Oh,
bet.
I'm sure there's probably tons of people
I don't
everywhere.
understand how. Yeah, it's like they'll close down the sand dunes. Yeah,
Right.
They closed down the sand dunes.
Which is a much bigger
But,
area.
Yeah, I kid you not. I mean, the thing was packed. Like, there's probably 20 people at the hippie tree.
Wow, really?
I mean,
Oh,
the
my
thing
goodness.
was, I kid you not, there's probably close to 100 cars around there. And
Wow.
I don't know. And then everyone freaks out when you get near them. And yeah.
You
And then
know-
I get kicked out of the gas station today.
What?
What? For what?
I didn't have my mask on my face. I had it on my wrist. I walked into a gas station. It's part of a grocery store gas station.
Uh-huh.
And they had a sign apparently on the door that says you have to wear your mask. Well, the mask I have is from my sister-in-law, and I got little ears, so it doesn't really fit on my face well. So I've been wearing my mask on my wrist because the things do not say
It doesn't say you
wear a
have to
mask
put it on your
face.
face.
That's
It
right.
says
This
you
is
have
good.
to wear a mask.
Gotcha. Correct.
So I
I'm
wear
with
it
you.
on my wrist like a watch.
Right. Okay.
Oh, that's
I
hilarious.
love
And
it.
I opened the door, and the lady's like, "Where's your mask?" I said, "Oh, it's right
It's right
here."
here,
She's
I'm
like, "You have
wearing
to
it."
wear it on your face." And I'm like, "Why? Your sign says you have to wear a mask to enter the premises." I had my mask on. She called me a smartass, told me to get out of the store.
Oh, so she literally kicked you out of the store. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So,
That's the first time I think I've been kicked out of anywhere sober.
we had a weird incident yesterday
weird
at a
feeling
big
you're
box
sober.
store.
Yeah, we had a weird incident happen at one of our local big box stores. I've got complaints about them
what
anyways
happened?
because they charged us $7 for a gallon of bleach one time not too long ago.
Well, yeah, that was like when this all first
Like
started.
$7 for a gallon.
For 1 gallon
what?
of normal bleach. Normal bleach.
Just regular bleach. But this big box
Oh,
store
my
is
Lord.
actually...
It's worse though. It's worse than
They
that.
have been served a cease and desist order already for price gouging.
Yep.
So last week, Jim went in and this particular
Oh, I know you
cashier...
guys were talking.
Yes,
Okay, good.
yes.
Last week I went into this particular big box store and I had my items in my hand and I asked the cashier not to touch them. I said, "Can you just scan them with your hand scanner and I'll hold the items?"
Because they do have hand scanners.
You know, because they got hand scanners. And she goes, "Do you have any idea how many people have touched these items before you?" And I says, "Ma'am, that might be right, but I says, I don't want to continue it with you also." I says, "You've been touching other people's monies and other people's cards and everything else with your gloves on." And I said, "I didn't see you change your gloves." I said, "I would just feel better holding on to them myself." And she goes, "Whatever." So then on my way I went, we were gone. And I came home and I told Nicole about it. I go, "This lady was just like really rude and nasty because I wanted to hold my own items." Well, last night...
Yes, we went back to the big box store last night, and as we're in line, Jim goes, "That's the same cashier that was rude to me the other day." And I was like, all right. So we get up there. Well, she went to go grab my items from me, and I pulled them back. I said, "I'm sorry. I would prefer that you didn't touch them and that I held them while you scanned them."
Right,
And
right,
she
right,
had
right.
enough nerve to say to me, "Well, you don't know how many other people have touched it." And I'm like thinking, really? Why would you even say that? And so I let it go, and she scanned my items, but she just kept saying rude comments the whole freaking time. And I tried to ignore it as best as I could.
Yeah,
and
snide, nasty comments.
Yes, very snide and nasty, and very inappropriate and unnecessary, especially for working in customer service. So then, when it's all said and done, her face lit up when she had to touch my receipt and hand it to me. And she tried to touch it as much as she could, and I just grabbed the one part of it that she didn't touch because she is handling people's money. Money is one of the most disgusting things in the world. And she even said, well, I just took my gloves off. It's like, okay, well, you're not wearing gloves now.
Exactly. She wasn't wearing gloves at the time either. She goes, well, I just took them off. And I'm thinking, yeah, that makes me feel better.
What is that? So, unfortunately, I had to pull a Karen, and I did call the manager. And
That's ridiculous.
It was terrible, man. It was. She was so nasty and so rude.
And it was more or less for my protection and hers as well. It wasn't just about me. I'm trying to do my part and help other people also.
Exactly. Yeah, it wasn't her. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm the same boat as you. I got my health issues, so I wear my mask usually 99% of the time.
Right.
No, besides when I get kicked out of gas stations.
Exactly.
You're wearing it on your wrist.
Well, I see a lot of people. We went to a sub place, so there was one guy there. So he's making the subs. He puts them in the oven, puts different gloves on, handles our cash, and then starts making our subs again. I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, well, I don't have Corona. I'm like, I don't give a blanket of Corona. You just touched my cash
and then touched my food.
You can say shit on this podcast.
Well, let's try not to, though.
I'm like, there's shit on that. And I said, I gave you at least 3 20s. And I'm sure they're from Florida and there's cocaine all over those 20s, and let alone the ones that have shit all over them. You just touched my food.
I'm with you, man. No,
I was reading something a while ago that said, like 60-something% of $20 bills have a residue of cocaine.
Yep, positively.
And I wonder how many dollar bills have been in the middle of a stripper's butt, too,
Or exactly.
Down. Oh, wait.
It's probably got shit and crabs on it.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, that was just too much.
Oh, I love
TMI.
it.
Fluffer. Okay, so last week you posted on the non-intern shows page asking if anyone has any Netflix, Hulu, or Amazon Prime series recommendations.
Oh, yeah, we got some good ones.
So
I binge watched one the other day.
Okay.
I wasn't feeling good. I binge watched a mini series on Netflix.
When
what was
it
called?
WACO.
WACO.
You know what? That's really funny because I shared the post.
WACO's a good one.
And that was the first suggestion.
Another good one.
Ashley, I was eyeballing it because I'm a big history buff. I love movies that are kind of history involved.
So do we.
Are realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Like last month, Ashley and I watched the OJ one with Cuba Gooding Jr. in it.
Okay.
And so I wanted to watch WACO, and Ashley does not remember WACO, and I'm like, you're 3 years older than me. How
it's Waco,
hell
Texas.
Do you not remember WACO?
Correct.
Yeah.
It was Waco, Texas, where that preacher was down there, the David Davidian.
Yeah.
The
right,
Davidian,
so
funny
the
thing
Davidian
is-
compound. Davidian or Davidian?
Davidian.
Davidian. That's what I thought because of David.
Yeah, it's weird because it's not pronounced how it's spelled because it's
correct.
spelled like David Ton, but it's.
So
the sad thing is, though, it never really happened in Waco. That was just the closest, biggest town.
Correct. Outskirts of it.
So it kind of gave them a sour name, but Ashley does not remember anything about that.
See, I got a lot of relatives that are down in that area, and I heard my uncle not too long ago call the guy the WACO from Waco.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So my guess is
I
that
got
maybe
cousins in Austin, and
But I think I think we went a little too far there when we started burning children and so forth. in
Okay,
all
anyway.
honesty.
well, yeah. I mean, it happened in '93. I mean, I was 9 years old because I was born in '84.
Wow. Oh wow,
Yeah.
I'm the old man here.
yes, you are.
Oh
Yeah, you
my
are the old man
goodness.
here.
Holy cow.
But
Wow.
I'm only 2 years
so I
older
remember
than
some of
Fluffer.
it, and
Wow.
I've heard the stories about the burning, but this one at the end of the series, the last episode, because it's only like 8 or 9 episodes. I kid you not, the last one got me teary-eyed because
Aw.
that's the one about when the tanks walked it or barged in there with the big gas on the end of them, and
So what is your
everyone's
review
gonna
of
watch
that
it.
show?
I mean, it's very eye-opening because
Okay.
it's off of 3 different books, which are 3 different perspectives.
Oh, wow.
One is about a survivor. One book is an FBI agent, and another book was just basically a historical fan. So they kind of took all 3 books and did this miniseries.
What was your
So it's not so one-sided.
what was your overall take on it? I guess when I ask and I say that is your
It was very eye-opening because, the media, everyone knows this, a lot of the media will make stuff sound worse or
correct. Yep.
stuff that's not true. During this whole hostage thing, what the FBI was saying on the news wasn't actually happening.
No, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
They were saying that there was this they were constantly having these shootouts. There was only one shootout, and that was a miscommunication.
Wow.
Yep, exactly.
It was because of a dog.
Yep.
Or dogs. I can't remember if it was more than one. But yeah, and that's the first shots, and the cult shot at the FBI agents. The FBI agents shot at them. That was only gunfight. But yet you'd see on the news, they're resisting arrest. They're shooting out almost every night. That's not the case.
No, it was the media hyping it up like they do in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
And unfortunately,
And I don't
lot
wanna
of people,
ruin it, but
a lot of people passed away. You don't have to ruin it. Don't have to say anything about ruining it because we all know what the outcome was. A lot of people died,
beginning
unfortunately.
Of the series, the FBI and the ATF just came off of,
I cannot remember the name of it, but a famous raid that went horribly wrong. So this was the FBI's
chance to redeem themselves because
Yep.
they had a bad publicity.
Exactly.
And it was a bunch of horse shit, and
Bad news is what
it was
all
just
said
a
and
lot
done.
of
miscommunication, and that would have been handled so differently now.
Right, I agree.
Everyone needs to watch it, check it out. It's very eye-opening. It's very entertaining. You get right into it. You'll laugh. You'll be like, holy shit, that just happened. And you'll have a whole different take on the whole WACO thing.
Gotcha. Well, that's very interesting. Hold on, I'm sending Motley a message right now. Wondering what's taking him so long.
Okay, so I have not finished this series yet, but have you seen Schitt's Creek yet, Fluffer?
SCH.
SCHITTS.
I've seen bits and pieces. My Josh has watched that with his girlfriend. And
It's
he
funny.
said it was really good.
It is good.
It is freaking hilarious.
It's very funny. One of my favorite shows, though, I've
I'm
seen
on the
on
last
Netflix. My favorite series
season.
would be You. If you have not seen You yet, you really need to take the time to watch
I have
that.
not.
Oh my goodness! Now, season 1 I thought was whacked out, but season 2 is like a whole new
couldn't
level
get
of
into
craziness.
it.
Oh, You is so good. Oh my goodness, so good.
Yeah, I just really couldn't get
Is
into
that
it.
on Netflix?
Yes, YOU is what it's called, and it's so worth the
Okay.
time.
The OJ thing's on Netflix.
Fluffer, have you seen The Act on Hulu?
No.
No, the one series I got really into on Hulu was the Jack Ryan.
Okay,
Series.
yeah, I could see that being good.
That's really
Yeah.
I love like the Red October movies, all those kind of movies.
Oh, those are good movies for sure. No
yeah,
question.
and it's the same character from those books and those movies. It's just put in a miniseries.
Wow.
Nice.
He's younger. He's just out of the military.
So it's the up-and-coming Jack Ryan, but it's the same character from the same books, from the same series of movies.
Awesome.
Ashley got me
That's really
into...
cool.
She conned me into watching that.
Was it Lion King or Tiger King?
Tiger
or-
King. Oh my
Tiger
god.
King. Oh,
my God.
I love it.
That
love
is
it.
okay. So what happened one night was Jim was asleep. I brought our Fire Stick into the bedroom. I plugged it in. I started looking for something to watch, and that popped up, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And it was late at night at that time. It was already 11 o'clock, so I clicked it on there, and I start watching it, and I stayed up until like 1 a.m, and I'm like, oh my god. So the next day, I restarted it and made Jim watch it with me. That is the most ridiculous, hilarious
It is
piece.
definitely crazy.
Yes.
It's stupid. It's like the redneck Kardashian.
Oh my god.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Excellent.
And okay, so
Or
Fluffer.
like the hillbilly Kardashians. Like I fell asleep to the first episode with Ashley, so then I woke up and it was like
Episode 3, and then I got into it because it was so stupid. I mean,
Fluffer.
good lord.
Do you think that bitch Carol Baskin killed her husband?
Yeah, huh?
Oh, she fed that guy to the tigers.
Exactly. No questions
Positively.
at all.
You know, you just put some sardine oil on him.
That's
all you
right.
gotta do.
it was funny because at first I couldn't remember whose names were who, so I always had nicknames for everyone. Like
Carol Baskin was
Tiger Feeder. That Joe Tiger King guy, his husband, I called Meth Mouth.
I think
No
everybody
questions.
did.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no questions at all.
Did you know he got his teeth fixed though? He's got dentures now
Yeah,
and he's
yeah.
got a full smile. with all of his teeth.
Looks normal.
Well, they're
Well,
not
yeah.
necessarily
You
his,
take
but
the teeth out, and he still looks like meth mouth.
No,
And then I used to call that guy that had no legs those really cool.
Artificial legs
Yep.
with all the tattoos on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you call him? Tattoo leg?
Episode, I call him IHOP.
Oh man,
Because
seriously.
he was
IHOP.
they were interviewing him, and then he was hopping around. I'm like, oh, I bet he works at the IHOP. I was making a stupid joke,
Oh my
so I just kept calling him IHOP. But oh my god, it's Hillbilly Kardashians.
That show could not have came out at a better time.
No, I'd have to agree with you.
Hell no.
And the memes that came with it. Oh my gosh. And now there's merchandise too.
No.
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, no questions at all.
Hold on. I'll
You're gonna be able to buy Tiger King swag.
I'm
from
gonna
here
tell you
until-
where
oh,
you can go.
Yeah. You got to get your Tiger King swag. Come on.
I wonder if we could get him on the podcast if he just added some ramen noodles to his commentary.
You know what?
Okay,
we
so-
probably could.
So for merchandise,
Seriously?
you go to officialjoeexoticstore.com.
There you go.
I'm gonna get me some socks.
Gonna get your Joe. Joe. I almost called him Joe Dirt.
Joe Exotic.
Joe-
Might as well be
yeah,
Joe Dirt.
Might as well be Joe Dirt with money.
I am never gonna financially recover from
I want
this.
one of those Joe guys, flashy shirt to you to wear those
Right?
glittery,
The glittery
gold and
sequiny.
black
and-
leopard
yes.
print.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with you 100%.
They got to make
I
a
need to buy
movie.
myself a Cadillac and one of those shirts.
They got to make a movie about that. Totally. Because just 7 episodes wasn't enough for me.
Hey Fluffer, I began telling you in the beginning here that Nicole and I decided to go mushroom hunting today.
Oh, how did that go?
Nicole's just going to stick to Petoskey stones.
Nicole doesn't mushroom hunt.
I
man.
suck at mushroom hunting. Ashley wants to go mushroom hunting like crazy, but I suck at it. She's like, where do we find the mushrooms? I'm like, I don't know. Call
I
somebody
found
else.
us good spot, I think.
Yeah, we found good spots, but Nicole wouldn't go off the trail. Sticks would touch her legs, and she's like, "Oh, they're itchy.
It would make me itch.
I can't go."
I was actually
Okay,
more
well, next
worried
time you
about
guys go
ticks.
mushroom hunting, Ash and I will go with you. Jim and Ashley can go off the trail. Nicole and I will stay on the trail.
And look
Okay.
for rocks.
There you go. This sounds good to me because I'm telling you right now, I could have found mushrooms if she would have looked, but no.
And seriously though,
She
the place
chose-
that
We're
we
off the trail. She wants to go do it, and I suck at it. I always have.
the place that we found was really awesome, and it's actually a dirt road that we just accidentally found. Mm-hmm. And I want to find out where it goes because we also found a pile of obviously poached fish that somebody had
Yep.
poached and like cleaned up right then and there.
Disgusting.
Yes. So I'm thinking that road might lead to a water source as well. So yeah, that it could be
nice.
interesting.
So, what do you guys think about this meat shortage thing, huh?
Selfishly, I could care less because every year Ash and I buy part of a cow and part of a pig, so I get a big ass deep freezer full of meat. So
Okay, we know where we're going when we run out of meat.
yeah, I thought it was ridiculous. My brother and I went to Meijer yesterday, and we haven't bought meat in a while because we bought it in February. We buy like a
half of a cow, half of a hog.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing we ever have to get is chicken. So we went to the big box store,
Yeah.
and they have those signs on there that says no more than 2 packages per person.
Because
Yep.
people hoard it.
So I googled it, and why there's a meat shortage, and like there's a chicken, like 3 chicken factories that have coronavirus,
Yep.
a couple beef and pork.
Yep, correct.
Yep, positively.
Major manufacturers of this stuff, correct.
I think we talked about this last week.
One of the manufacturers has a plant here in Traverse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that got I want to say it's like their pork
Did not
Production,
know that.
but
they're affiliate with that company that's in Traverse.
Wow.
One of the companies got in trouble because they process chicken, or they make chicken, but they didn't have their processors, so they killed like 2 million chickens, and they didn't do it the right way, and
Oh,
the federal government,
my
they got in a lot
goodness.
of trouble, and so basically 2 million chickens just got thrown out in the dump, so to speak.
Oh, that's crazy. Hey, Nicole. On today's episode of Photos You Can Feel,
Ouch! Oh, ow! Yeah, I can. Oh my gosh!
Photos you can feel.
this is a photo you can feel. Okay, imagine a fishing hook coming in from the back side of your fingernail. Not the front, but the back side of your fingernail.
And you can see the hook
And it's-
under the nail.
You can see the hook under the
You
nail.
gotta save that.
It did
send
pop up.
or
Yeah.
actually go to share.
We're
and
gonna
send-
share this to the intern show or the non-intern show.
Oh, I gotta see that.
This is
that would hurt.
so nasty. Oh my goodness. Oh my!
That is horrible.
It is horrible because you can see the fish hook underneath the nail, but the nail and the fish hook didn't come through the nail. Oh, the person's on his way to the hospital. You know he is.
It's
I
horrible.
hope you got
It's
tetanus
positively
shot.
horrible.
Yeah, it's positively horrible. I knew I was gonna throw California Girl off when she saw it.
So what? So did you guys see the big protest in Lansing the other day?
We did, yes. What's your thoughts on that?
I thought we couldn't talk political.
Wait, no.
We can
Well, it's
talk
funny 'cause
politics. Just
My
don't.
brother showed me the video. I just saw a couple of pictures, and then I saw a bunch of guys with M4s and stuff, and I'm thinking,
Military? No, those were just Michiganders that were there, just open carry.
Because it's legal.
Correct.
Exactly.
Nothing wrong with that at all.
I didn't really agree with Whitmore and her
Circle not letting people into the building.
because it's our right.
They did let people into the building.
Yeah, they did.
Or into where they were talking and voting. Like I can't think what it's called. There's a big hall and you can sit in there.
Gotcha.
Right.
Almost like a
Gotcha.
courtroom. You can
Yep.
listen. That's where, if you watch the video, the state troopers would not let them through that door, and that goes into like a giant hall, almost like a city hall.
Yep.
And that's where they were blocking everybody off at.
Well, honestly, I don't think they should have been in there. And it's not because I don't support their cause or anything, or I do support their cause or anything. But in a situation like that, they have a TV screen, a big old screen right out there in the front where they were able to watch it.
Nice.
Yeah, but you got to think though. I mean,
How disrupting
they've never
would that be, though?
barred people from that room before.
Angry people that are pissed off with guns. Yeah, I can see why they
and then
did it
you've
that
got
time.
you'll get pissed off people, but then what makes the situation worse is you get people who are just I don't want to say over exaggerators, but they're
Extreme.
Well, if I'm the governor and I know it's your right to carry an M4, but I'm not going to want you in the room because you hate me.
Exactly.
I piss you off.
I don't want to get shot in the butt.
There's
in
not
the,
gonna,
in
no,
the
come
butt.
on, nobody.
They're not
got
going to shoot you in the
shot.
butt.
Nobody got shot. They were hanging out with cops. I saw
it's
so many.
me. If
Listen,
I have the worst luck in the world. If I'm getting shot, it's going to be like in the
In
left
the
butt
butt.
cheek or something.
gotcha. I'm talking about. I
You're
saw
right.
lots of photographs of all these protesters hanging out with the police. I didn't hear of anybody getting hurt or injured or anything crazy like that.
They weren't wearing masks, though. I thought that was funny.
That's not like anybody was there threatening anybody else with those guns.
No, they were very respectful.
Exactly.
And I love that.
Exactly. That's all.
But I thought it was kind of funny. Like none of them had masks, and Whitmore has this thing where
She doesn't wear a
supposedly
mask.
you'll get a fine if you're not wearing your mask.
Well, I noticed that every interview she's ever done, she wasn't wearing a mask.
Nope. She sure doesn't.
She
Neither-
was quoted saying she doesn't need to wear a mask. She's fine.
You know what's even crazier is the fact that I saw her standing a lot closer than 6 foot with multiple people here not too long ago.
That was gross, Jim.
Oh yeah,
If you look at the person behind her,
The sign
she's
language
only like
interpreter.
2 feet behind her.
Exactly.
I don't get that. I thought it was kind of nice to see.
All these people rally up and protest something that they
Basically,
don't agree with,
basically, what I get out of it is do what I say, not as I do.
And in all reality, we're not the only state that's protesting at all by any means.
Oh no! It was either I want to say it's Iowa or
All of
Idaho.
them.
The governor there. It's not safe, and the governor's telling people to go to work and not get rid of that safe order.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're high risk, like
You
in
should
Michigan
still
before she
shelter
did
in
the stay at
place.
home order, you get to go home. She's not giving that option. If you're high risk, you don't go back to work. You lose all your unemployment benefits for the next 3 years.
Whoa.
Yeah, and she's forcing people to go back to work. If you're
Wow.
high risk, she doesn't care. I think that's wrong. And then you get other states that are the stay safe order, where you cannot leave your house no matter what.
What? Where's
Yeah.
that?
I haven't heard that.
I gotta
haven't
look
either.
it up.
I'll send you guys the link. There's a whole thing on all 50 states on what each state is doing. And I want to say it's like Georgia. It's somewhere down south. And it's a stay home, stay safe. So unless you, grocery stores only open certain hours during the day.
Whoa.
Okay.
Yeah, they're strict.
Well, a lot of our stores are like that now, too. Like the big box store that you were at earlier that's normally open 24 hours is the same with another box store, Wally World.
Oh, yeah.
They're not open 24 hours anymore. And then they have certain
No, and
hours
there's a
for
lot of
seniors
places-
to shop, which is cool and
or
respectable.
high-risk people.
Yeah, and I like that. I think that's a great idea.
I hate that we're high risk,
Oh, I do
Fluffer.
too.
It sucks.
And you know, the one thing positive out of this whole thing I see is look how respectful you're helping people who are a little bit sicker than the rest of us, a little bit older than the rest of us.
Right. Yep.
All these stores and everyone's helping them out.
Yep.
You know, it's actually been pretty awesome to hear the good news stories that's coming out of this,
I
and like
agree with you.
how
There's
all
been
the
a bunch of
communities
them.
are coming together. And
Yeah, but the thing I don't like is how certain media outlets, well, they just want to focus on the bad.
that's why I don't pay attention to certain media outlets.
Yeah, and it's weird being home too, because like we all know Jim and his conspiracies, and
Yeah, what about him?
I'm probably worse than him
I've-
at this point.
Oh no! Like I learned from Mr. Miyagi. It's not what's shiny in the right hand. Look what they're doing with the left hand.
Exactly.
right.
So
Exactly.
it's like what the rest of the world is doing right now. Like all of Europe is taking. Every country's got your chart around the world for the coronavirus. How many people died?
Right.
Everyone in Europe has taken China off that list since they have fictitious numbers.
Right.
Well, you got people, they're reporting people's deaths as dying from COVID-19 when they didn't even die from COVID-19.
No, there was a few people that committed suicide.
Had nothing to
But
do
they're
with
going to
Corona.
classify that because they killed themselves because of COVID-19. So they will classify that as that's how they died.
Exactly.
Death of COVID-19. Yep.
And there's a lot of like third world countries that are having real bad food shortages. They're
We're
taking
about
drastic
to.
measures.
We're not third world.
I'm sure Jim knows. You know about that Venezuela naval ship that tried getting the German cruise ship, right?
No, I haven't heard this one.
We don't
Yeah,
watch TV.
I'll send you a link to this one. So there was a cruise ship meeting up. It was empty, meeting up with another cruise ship which had people on it. They were in international water by Venezuela. One of their warships, they were trying to raid the ship. And this was after they announced they had a food shortage. President Trump denounced the country because they said their president's a drug runner, a drug lord.
Right.
And they tried ramming the cruise ship to the point where it didn't do anything to the cruise ship. It sank the Venezuela naval vessel. So now they're like, oh, we thought they were pirates.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And there was something else like that happened down by Taiwan because China wants Taiwan. And then next thing you know, Trump sends a bunch of battleships that way. You watch a lot more of the stuff happening.
Yeah, true.
True.
And you see more of what's really going on because you're looking into it
Exactly.
constantly on
You
the
know,
internet.
Normally I'd be at work and I'd have the radio on, driving around, not thinking of a thing, but everyone's stuck at home now, so
Yep.
everyone's
Yeah.
seeing more of this kind of stuff happen.
I agree with you 100%. It's just crazy.
Okay, so Fluffer, do you have a show or movie that you're planning on reviewing for next week?
Yeah, what's your next week's review? We can look forward to it.
I don't know. I'm going to look. I want to see. I like that. Ashley wants to watch that Schitt's Creek.
Yes, do that. I highly recommend it.
I have not seen the new season of Stranger Things yet.
Okay, I didn't know there
like
was a new
Stranger
season.
Things.
Have you seen The
yeah,
Ranch?
I love The Ranch.
Oh, I
my
love The
God,
Ranch, too.
Oh,
If you're a fan of that 70s show, watch The Ranch.
Oh yeah,
For sure.
The Ranch is by far, in my opinion, Netflix best series ever.
Besides Schitt's Creek. But there-
I'm sorry, Ozark is my favorite.
oh yes, Ozark. Have you seen that one,
I have
Fluffer?
not seen Ozark yet.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness, Fluffer, you're gonna love
Okay,
Ozark.
it might take you a little bit to get through it. So
It's worth
find
it.
something shorter, but in the meantime, watch Ozark because you're really going to like
Yeah,
it.
Ozark.
Now
is
that's
seriously
about.
Now that's something to do with the Ozark Mountains.
No.
No.
That's just the name of the show.
That's the name of the show.
They're in the Ozarks.
Okay.
They're in the Ozarks though, and there's a reason that they're in the Ozarks, as are a lot of people. But you got to watch.
All right, as long as it's not like Teen Wolf 2, I'll watch it.
No, not at all.
You will like it. You'll enjoy it a lot.
All right. With that being said,
And there's only 3 seasons.
That's
all right.
it.
Yep.
Yeah. There's only 3 seasons
Because
so
it takes
far.
them like 2 years to get a new season out. That's my only complaint about it. All right, so yeah.
You done?
No, I'm never done.
Of course not. All right. With that
The only
being,
time she's ever done is when she's sleeping.
yeah,
I'm
that-
not even done then. Ask Jim.
No. She flips and flops and kicks and punches and all kinds of
So
crazy
does Ashley.
stuff.
Ashley's been talking her to sleep lately.
That ain't good.
No.
All right, on that note right there, I am Jim Smith.
I'm Dave the Fluffer.
And I'm California Girl.
And if you notice, there's no Motley Man.
Thanks, Motley, for bailing on us.
Hey, Motley,
He
thank you.
messaged you earlier
We're gonna have to
today,
hear
didn't
his
he?
voice.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't hear his voice. Earlier today, he sent me a message. Which time's the show? I said 3:30. He says, oh, okay, great.
So where are you,
So
Motley?
where are you, Motley? Yeah.
All right, that's it.
We're done.
We're done.
That's a typical Michigan fan for you, real flaky.
As I'm sitting here in my Michigan State
Hey, you
shirt.
know what? We should all say hi to Motley Man, and all of us should do his laugh.
There's only one laugh like Motley Man's laugh.
What's that?
The crap, I guess. Think about that
Is that it?
yeah.
I love it. All right.
There's only one laugh like that, all of radio, and that's Motley Man.
I love his laugh, though.
There it is. It's done. We're done. We'll talk to you guys next week. Thank you for joining us.